Morning market snapshot futures mixed. S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 futures are slightly softer this morning, while Dow futures hold steady as investors await Q2 earnings and trade developments. Stock benchmarks. Yesterday, the S&P 500 hit an intraday record and closed just below another milestone. Nasdaq briefly dipped from its record high, and the Dow climbed plus 164 points. Treasury yields. The 10-year yield eased to around 4.37% after slowing global growth triggered a decline in bond rates. Corporate and trade news. General Motors dropped approximately 7.5% as tariffs could cut profits by $4 to $5 billion in 2025, despite solid spring results. RTX trimmed guidance citing tariff pressures. D.R. Horton and PulteGroup surged over 10% on strong housing earnings. The higher mortgage rates remain a concern. Biotech movers. Medpace and IQVIA leaped plus 45% and plus 8.8% respectively in pre-market gains. Trade and policy momentum. Tariff deadline looms. The August 1st deadline for US-EU tariffs remains, although Treasury Secretary Bessent hinted at possible extensions and confirmed talks with China. Stablecoin clarity. The Genius Act, signed July 18th, paved the way for clearer stablecoin regulation. The Senate Banking Committee's draft further outlines definitions and oversight. Crypto sector. Bitcoin is hovering near $118,400 $119,000 range after touching an all-time high $123,000 following the Genius Act. Altcoins such as Ether, for %, XRP, for %, and Dogecoin, 5% dipped, but institutions are increasing crypto exposure amid regulatory progress. Technical and valuation insights. Equity valuations. Despite record highs, stocks appear pricey versus bonds. The equity risk premium is negative, while bond yields above 4% offer attractive income. S&P momentum, with over 12% of companies reporting Q2 results showing approximately 6.7% profit growth. Equity resilience remains visible. What to watch. Earnings. Upcoming reports from Tesla, Alphabet, Lockheed Martin, Coca-Cola, and Philip Morris could steer market direction. Fed signals. Fed Chair Powell's remarks today may provide clarity on rate expectations and policy emphasis. Trade talks. Markets are deeply focused on whether US-EU and US-China tariff deadlines will face delays. Investment insight with earnings strength, strong Q2 profit growth, and advancing policy clarity in crypto and trade. Markets could maintain upward momentum. However, creeping valuations and tariff timelines call for caution. Consider maintaining exposure to quality mega-caps and growth stocks holding yield-generating bonds given favorable bond valuations. Monitoring upcoming earnings for signs of sustained momentum. That wraps up today's midday market update for July 22, 2025 from CBN Financial's host. Tune in for the market close and next update.